third time lucky, I'm hoping. This is the third time I've started this video. Good morning, thank you for joining me. Welcome to another video. Today I have a favourites video. Favourites are some of my favourite, see what I did there, videos to watch on YouTube and also to make. I think they're full of nice things that I enjoy talking about and things that I'm enjoying and I want to share with you. So it's all very positive, a favourites video, isn't it? Before I start, I should say everything I talk about as far as I can will be linked in the description box below. And if you have any other questions about anything, feel free to leave them in the comments. I will endeavour to answer them. Let's start, as ever, with beauty. Sorry, I keep looking to the side. It's where I've got all my products. I'm looking over here to look because they're all sitting here. I'm deciding what I'm going to start. And I'm going to start with this. This is the Bubble Tea, is the brand, Strawberry Macaron Hand and Body Butter. I've been using this as a hand cream. I'm going to put some on now. This is just glorious. I'd never heard of this brand. This came in a monthly subscription box. I can't remember which one, but I've been using it and enjoying it. And I also got, oh, it smells so nice. And I also recently got in another box a mango from the same brand body cream, which is also lovely. However, I've only used that a couple of times and I always like things that I show in a favourites video to be things that I have used quite a lot and enjoyed. And this one I've been using for a while. If you like a foodie sweet scent with a lovely rich cream, this is just so good. Strawberry Macaron, I said that, didn't I? I'm gonna need my glasses. Hold one moment, caller. Let me just tell you what it says on the packet tube even. Soothe and nourish with this uplifting hand and body butter, and I think it's got shea butter in it. I think I'm right in saying, I've read that somewhere. Anyway, yeah, highly recommend, and I'm gonna have a look and see what other products there are of this brand as well, because I think I would like to try more. The next product that I hesitated to mention this one because it's from the brand Tropic, and I think Tropic is an MLM company, isn't it? Which I'm not a massive fan of. However, I was given this as part of a birthday present and it's just glorious. This is a body cream. It's called Body Love. Body Love Firming Buttercream, shea butter, maybe that's where the shea butter came from, maybe it wasn't in the hand cream, pink peppercorn and vitamin E. That's what it looks like. It's a great big size. I don't know how much this is actually because obviously I was given it as a present, but I will look it up and link it if I can find it. Yeah, this is just the nicest body cream. It's so you know how you sometimes get body creams that sit on your skin and give a bit of a white, they look as though they're sitting there. This does that, but almost instantly, because the first time I used it, it did that, and I thought, oh, I'm not going to like this because it doesn't sink into my skin quickly. But within 15 seconds, it had disappeared, so don't let that put you off. This smells, although it says pink peppercorn, this to me smells lemony, sort of like a sweet lemon scent, and it's lovely. I love anything citrus scented, candles, skincare, shower gel, all of the things. But yeah, really enjoying this. I was surprised how much I liked it. Next thing is a brilliant find. It took me a while to warm to this product, but now I wouldn't be without it. It is this. It is a 3-in-1 hairspray. It was only about £4, this one, I think, from memory. It's from the brand SGX NYC Salon Graphics. I don't know if that's all. And it's called the Do It All 3-in-1 Dry Texture Spray. This is brilliant if you're like me and you have, I've got a lot of hair, but I've got fine hair. And it is very, when I wash it, it's really slippery. It won't stay. This, a little bit of a spray of this, texturizes it. It doesn't leave any sort of powder or anything on it. It just gives it that bit of scrunchiness, so I can back comb this front bit and it will stay in, and it will also give it a bit of body and volume. If I go, that will immediately, as you can see, do that, and then you can scrunch that. I'm going to have to do the other side now as well, aren't I? Smells quite nice as well, but really impressed with this. It's somewhere between a hairspray and a texturizing spray and a dry shampoo. It's sort of all of those things, but I'm really pleased with it. I find it very good for just adding that bit of texture so my hair will stay a little bit more volumized and a little bit more texturized, and so it will sort of just stay, you know. If you have hair like mine, you'll know what I'm talking about. I feel like that was a crap description, but hey ho. Next is a face powder. God, that's a boring thing to talk about, isn't it? However, I've had this one. It took me a long time to warm to it. It's from Sainsburys. That's what it looks like. The Sainsburys boutique range, and it's called Illuminating Strobing Powder, which when I purchased it, I thought it was meant to be a highlighter. In fact, perhaps it is meant to be a highlighter. I honestly don't know. But that's what it looks like. And I will see if I can swatch it for you. That's what it looks like. That's quite a big swatch, you know. I don't think it's going to show up particularly, but I use this on a big fluffy brush as a finishing face powder. If you're watching, Mum, this was something we were talking about the other week. If you are using something with your foundation or a glowing primer, or you want a little bit of glow on your face, doing that and then covering it up with powder is counterintuitive, isn't it? And through the summer months as well, I don't like using a loose powder or a heavy powder. I only like, and as I get older, I like using powder even less. But this is really fine if I swirl it and it's got a little bit of glow in it. So if I use this rather than a translucent powder or a matte powder, I'm keeping the glow on my face while setting my foundation, and I think this is really good for that. Almost hit pan on this one. Final product in beauty is this little tiny Nars Blush. Now Nars make that, this came from a beauty box again. Nars make that very famous, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word that I'm looking for and I can't think what it is. Happens to me a lot. Very famous blusher called Orgasm. I hate that blusher. It's really glowy and glittery and the colour just does nothing for me. So when this came, I didn't even open it for ages, and sorry, I've got to peer at it because it's it looks like it's called Goulue, Goulue. This is the colour of it. Looks quite dark in there, doesn't it? But I have it might just be the light that's making it look dark. I have this on today and I love it. I think it's such a nice blush, so pretty. So it's not too glittery at all. That's what it's like. Let me just do that. That's what it looks like in a swatch. But just such a pretty, slightly berryish colour. Really happy with it. So yeah, enjoying that very much. Right, let's move on to clothing. I believe that I talked about these belts from Amazon in a recent video, and I said I'll link them in the description box, and I failed to do so. So I like them so much that I'm going to talk about them again, and I promise I will link them in the description box today. This is a set of two belts. One is brown, one is, or tan really, and one is black. This one is pulling very reddish in the camera, but it is actually a browny tan colour. What I like, they're quite narrow. They're elasticated across the back, so they fit to your waist, and they do up like that on the front. So, like, I just really like these. You know how you get a belt round your waist and it has that little thing you have to slip the end into, then you have a flappy end or the bit doesn't move round. I love these because they're clean and simple and easy to use. Clean lines, no flappy bit on the end. I like the clip at the front, and they fit perfectly to your waist without, you know, having to be pushed down a bit because the hole isn't in the right place. Just the best belts I've used for ages. As I said, I've got the black and I've got the tan. They come in a pack of 2, and I think it was about £11 for the pack of 2 or something. Very reasonable. They come in 2 sizes. I got the larger size, but obviously they're flexible in size, and yeah, really very happy with these, and they are very useful too. The other clothing item I got recently was a winter knit. I suppose you'd call this a Cardigan. This is from Asda. It was £15. The label is still on. As you can see, I haven't worn it yet. This is so soft. It's a nice length. It has a sort of ribbed sleeve there. It has pockets and it just feels cozy. I wanted something longer line in the sort of cardigan department. I don't like coats. I am not a coat person. I'm not fond of coats. So this seemed perfect to me. It's somewhere between a cardigan and a coat. As I said, a cardigan. And it also came, I think, in a darker grey colour. They had it in store at the weekend when I got this. So I like a charcoaly grey, but yeah, very happy with this. Right, I've got a couple more random things and then we're going to move on to TV, film and books. The first random thing is, and I think I've talked about this stuff before, I get this from Amazon, it's American, it's called Crystal Light. It is low calorie, drinks had 10 calories I think in each drink. I know that, but before anybody comes for me, I know they're not good for you. I know that sugar-free drinks aren't great for you. I'm 53, I can drink what I want, okay? I like these in my water bottle. So they come in little sachets like this. And I put one sachet into a full water bottle once a day, just for a change from water. They are really nice flavours. There's 4 different flavours in here. There's lemonade, cherry pomegranate, raspberry lemonade and wild strawberry, and they're all very nice flavours, a little bit different from, and also not fizzy. I try not to drink more than 1 can of fizzy drink a day because again that's not great for me, I know that. And you get 44 in the pack for these. They're just something a little bit different and unusual flavours, and I've been very much enjoying those, and it has been helping me drink more water. The other random thing that I wanted to flag up, I haven't actually got it with me because it's in the cupboard. Do you remember a few months ago, I want to say a few months ago, a couple of months ago probably, I showed you a video in my big cupboard where I keep the bird food. It's a built-in cupboard in the house, and we keep the bird food in there, and we discovered we had a little mouse problem. They had been eating their way through the sacks of bird food and eating the bird food. We remedied this by putting all the bird food into plastic boxes, sealed plastic boxes. The mouse went away for a little while, but then it made a reappearance and was back in the cupboard. We were aware it was there from little things it left behind, let's just say that. And we couldn't get rid of them. They're only in the cupboard. I have not got mice running all over my house. Believe me, I would be phoning up Rent-A-Kill or whoever. But we decided to try a humane mouse trap, which I bought from Amazon. It was £4.50. And I'm aware this is random, but I just wanted to tell you about this. And you put some food in the end and it humanely traps the mouse when the mouse goes in to retrieve said food, and then you can take the mouse away at least 500 metres away from your house because otherwise it might come back. It said this in the instructions. And let it roam free in the countryside, which is better than killing them. Is I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to kill mice, you know, karma might get me, mightn't it? Also, if we poison the mice, we have a cat. If the mice are coming in and out from under the house, we have a big void under the house. Anyway, the humane mouse trap has worked wonders. So far we have caught and freed 10 mice. The rate has slowed down now. We feel like we're getting through them. There's not, so there was about 4 over a period of 24 hours and it's dropped off now. We've had the traps in place about 2 weeks, but for £4.50 to save the the lives of the mice, let's say the lives of the mice, I thought that was a good deal. So if you ever have a mouse problem, humane mouse trap, £4.50 on Amazon, you can't go wrong. Just thought that was worth flagging, realised that was a bit odd. Right, let's move on to TV. I've had a lot going on in my life, not good stuff recently, and I wanted something gentle and enjoyable and not taxing to watch, and we've been watching All Creatures Great and Small, the reboot, not the original version. It was rebooted last year. Remade, I guess. And it's just so lovely and calming and gentle and enjoyable. It's available on Channel 5 on Catch Up, the first season. I think there's currently a second season being shown weekly on TV, but we're still watching the first season, and it's just so nice. Also, there didn't seem to be adverts on the first season on Channel 5, so yay for that, so that was good. But yeah, highly recommend if you want something nice and gentle and soothing to your soul to watch. The other thing we've been watching is the latest season of Money Heist on Netflix. To me, that is one of those programs that started well, really strong first 2 seasons and needs to stop now. And I think there's another 5-episode season coming out in December, and that is it. And I feel like its time is up now, to be honest. If you watch Money Heist and you've watched this, let me know what you think. Is this just me not being in the mood for lots of shooting and violence, or is it just not as good as it was to start with? Let me know what you think. Films. My favourite film I have watched recently is called Summerland. That was available on, I think it was Netflix. It's set in World War II on the Kent coast. Beautiful scenery. It has Gemma Arterton in the sort of main female lead role, and she is a strange village woman who everybody finds a bit odd, and it's during the Second World War, and she has an evacuee from London sort of foisted upon her, a young boy who she really doesn't want at all, and it's the story of their relationship going forward and her background, and it's just, again, a nice, gentle, enjoyable story. I found it really soothing and lovely and nice scenery, and yeah, an enjoyable watch. Recommend that one. The other film that is one from my youth that I rewatched last weekend is, I think I've got the DVD sitting somewhere on this desk, I do believe. Have I got? I don't know if I've ever mentioned the fact that I was horse mad as a youngster, teenager, whatever. This is the film that I rewatched, International Velvet. This is just a DVD with 4 films on, because it was only the 4 horsey films. International Velvet, came out in 1978, and it's the story of a young girl and her horse going to the Olympics, and Nanette Newman, really good cast. It's got Anthony Hopkins, Nanette Newman, Brian Forbes, Tatum O'Neill, and various other famousy people as well. And it's just a blast from my past. I loved that film as a kid, and it was lovely to watch it again. I do like watching old films that remind me of my childhood. Anyway, I've rambled on for 21 minutes already, so I've just got a couple of books that I want to recommend that I've read recently. I do put all the books that I give 4 or 5 stars to that I read on my Amazon storefront, which is also linked below, so if you want other book recommendations, that is, click through to the Amazon storefront as well. But the latest 2 that I've really enjoyed, the first one is called The Paris Secret, and it was just absolutely brilliant. Again, this was set in World War II, bit of a theme, World War II theme going on, and was a sweeping saga. It was sort of dual time frame with a current story as well. And a bit of a mystery, and the excitement, and just, oh, it was such a good sweeping wartime saga with really strong female characters in it. Very highly recommend. I've recommended this to several people already, so if you enjoy that sort of book, highly recommend that. I gave that one 5 stars. This next one was a 4-star read from me. It's called One Split Second, and it was about it's current time. It's got a big cast of characters, this one, so you need to get stuck into it, otherwise you sort of lose track of who is who. But it's about 5 teenagers who have a terrible car accident with vast, terrible consequences, and it flicks back and forth in time, and it's about their families and what happens afterwards and a bit of what happens before, and there's a little bit of a mystery in it as well. And it's very character driven, all the relationships between the different people involved in it, and the consequences, and a really good read, sort of Very character-driven novel, enjoyed that a lot. That's it. That is my roundup of favourites. Have you been enjoying anything recently? If you've got any TV, film or book recommendations, leave those for me. And any beauty product recommendations, always love those. I keep an ongoing list of all the viewer recommendations that I get on Google Keep. So I really enjoy getting your recommendations. That's it for today. As I said, everything linked in the description box. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.